A very good morning to all of you. Okay, today we will be doing the prediction for year 2026 and for all the ascendants. Okay, without much further ado, let's begin. A happy new year to everyone first, 2026. I promise 2026 is going to be a very exciting year for a lot of you. Okay, now let us begin with the overall outlook for 2026. Now, you might have heard on the internet about this term called Artichari Jupiter. Okay, in layman English term, it is actually it means fast moving Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter is very fast moving. Now, if you have gone through my classes, you know that Jupiter transit a sign about a year, every year about one sign. Okay, but when there is this Artichari Jupiter, right, you find that Jupiter actually transits three signs within that year, and this phenomenon is going to last till about 2032. So what's the implication? Now, Jupiter is important for everyone because not only is about blessings. In fact, Jupiter, in a nutshell, it represents you as well. Okay, so when we are going through this fast-moving Jupiter, you will find the number one phenomenon, or you that thing that you feel, right, that time passes by very quickly. No, not too long ago you've been doing this, and then suddenly, oh, end of the year is coming, Christmas is coming, 2026 is coming. Yeah, and this is going to be like this for the next couple of years until about 2032, 2033. Uh, And at the mundane level, right? For those who also attended my mastery class, I have been saying this. I believe that about 2031, 32, especially when Saturn is conjunct with K2, there is some kind of chaos coming. All right, so I would say that this fast-moving Jupiter is like the chaos before the calm. Okay, so meaning these few years you will see more and more chaos coming. Okay, and after when Jupiter goes back to the normal transit speed, then only the calm will come. Mental health will become a big challenge during this about 7 8 years. Okay, I'm sure all of you know that mental health has been the focus since 1 2 years ago, and mental health challenge will still continue. Right now, as an effective remedy, right, every one of you should need to learn to how to slow down. Okay, you also find yourself inevitably immersed in your everyday routine and work and whatnot, and you're rushing through everything, right? And sometimes you find difficulty in catching up, and you may burn out. Okay, it is going to happen to everyone. Everyone will feel this because it's Artichari Jupiter. So for yourself, you need to be aware and to slow down. Okay, slow down to really recharge and then go forward again. And of course, at the more mundane level, okay, gold and precious metals, especially gold, because gold is represented by both Jupiter and Sun. The upward trend is going to continue. A bit of sharing of information. So for those who know me, right, I have been saying that gold price is going to go up. And I said this about 2 3 years back, right? At that time, gold price was only 1,006 or 1,008 per ounce US. Okay, now it's like what 4,002, 4,003. So in the short term, okay, we would be able to see 5,000. But my personal target, it can even go up to 10,000. All right. But anyways, I'm not asking you to speculate. I'm just saying that investing in gold at the long term, in the long term, is going to do you some good. So if you have the budget, right, you can invest in gold, right? But please do not speculate. I meant it as a long-term investment to hold it for long term. Okay, and then another interesting phenomenon, Rahu. Rahu is the north node of the moon, right? Rahu has transited to this nakshatra Shatabhishaka. Now, again, for those of you who have been to my classes, you should know what is Shatabhishaka or what is nakshatra. Okay, it's a lunar constellation. Shatabhishaka is ruled by Rahu, and of course, the deity is Varuna. All right. Now, to understand this transit, right, we need to know a bit who is Varuna. Varuna is one of the 12 Adityas, or the sun gods, or the sun deities. He is the lord of cosmic law, the ocean, the underworld, and healing. Okay, so in addition to Ashwini Kumars, Varuna is also the lord of healing. The symbol is that of an empty circle, which can represent a boundary and also a black hole. He is also armed with shackles and staff. And in one of the mythology stories, right, he cursed his own father for stealing his sacred cow. Okay, so Varuna is actually quite hard-handed, or rather, he's actually quite harsh in meting out punishments. Also, Varuna, he is the best friend of Mitra. Mitra is another deity in charge of Anuradha. Okay, one of their key feature, right? They are actually tangled in a love triangle. Okay, for those of you who are interested, please go and read up about Shatabhishaka, Varuna. Okay, and then also in one of the mythology stories, sage Agastya, he drank the whole ocean to expose the demon so that the devas can kill it. So Varuna is really about digging for the truth, so that the whatever can be exposed and then rectify it. So when Rahu transit to this Shatabhishaka Nakshatra, right, we will find that Rahu we know is obsession, right? He's obsessed towards Varuna. In fact, Rahu energy will activate this Shatabhishaka and the Varuna energy. Okay, so what is going to happen in 2026? A lot of y'all will be very involved in alternative healing. Now, this alternative healing, I think, is overused, right? But what I'm trying to say here is, in addition to the usual medical appointments with doctors, right? Every one of y'all will be actually quite interested in other ways of healing. So, say for example, recently I have friends who suddenly talk to me about alternate fasting. Right? Of course, alternate fasting is never new, okay, but it is believed to be a good alternative to taking medicine like metformin, for example. And of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take a medicine, okay, but things like this. What kind of alternative help you can seek after to actually improve your health. Now, Rahu is going to be very obsessed with that, okay. And I also will encourage all of you to look at ways to improving your health other than just medication. Of course, don't stop the medication. Okay, follow the doctor's advice. In addition to that, you know, use other effective helps. And we will be also obsessed with seeking the truth. That would also mean privacy will be like a novelty, maybe. Okay, so in this era, right, I think, well, AI and all, there's really little privacy. And for all of you, if you want privacy, the only one thing that you need to do is actually to throw away your phone, which is not going to be possible sometimes. Okay, so do be careful. Okay, privacy will be invaded, so to speak. And we will also be obsessed with creating communities and more boundaries. Okay, so at the mundane level, you see that certain countries, I don't want to name any, that they are more assertive. They become more assertive. At the personal level, you could be also be seeing that you are forming communities. You want to form communities and groups of people with a certain similar liking. Okay, you will see more and more of that happening. There will be harsher institutionalized punishments, like how Varuna actually treated his father by cursing him for stealing his sacred cow. So do be careful, okay, especially if you like to tread in gray areas. Okay, don't get into trouble with the law, because you can expect partial institutionalized punishments, especially from the authority. Then next, you will also see confusion in the stock market. Now, when Rahu is in Strata Vishaka, now Rahu, right, is also what we call Maya, right? Confusion. Now, a typical scenario would be like this. With all the technical indicators, you believe that there's a good chance that this stock or this forex is going to go up, is going to have a bull run. Okay, and when that happens, you see suddenly it goes sideways or it go bearish. Okay, and in 2026, it's going to be like this. There's this confusion. Okay, what you expect, meaning you actually do a lot of technical analysis and study, right? But it didn't turn out to be what you expected. Okay, it can apply in stock market, it can apply in every aspect of life. So do be careful. Distractions in relationships. So again, like I mentioned, the love triangle thing. Okay, so for all of you, some of you who are easily tempted, be extra careful. Okay, because the opportunities for distractions will be there, ample opportunities. Okay, so you know just stick to your partner, lie low, don't do anything stupid. Okay. And then we have Saturn in Pisces still. It transited to Pisces 29th of March. It will be in Pisces till the 3rd of June 2027. Okay, about 2.5 years. Now, Saturn is the significator of career. So when it's in Pisces, right, Saturn is actually a bit lost. Okay. Why? Because Pisces is about spirituality, right? We all know isolation, spirituality. Saturn is discipline. So when Saturn comes to Pisces, actually, Saturn feels a bit lost. So if Saturn is a significator of career, then there is some kind of feeling lost. Okay, how does this translate to the everyday thing that we see? You will find that there will be more losses of jobs and restructuring of jobs. Jobs that are like iron bowl, which we take for granted in the past, may be really a history, a thing of the past. All right. So for those of you, if you think that your jobs are you know, replaceable, especially those IT jobs, right? You may also want to prepare yourself for alternative career where in case certain things happen, right, you have certain skill. Now, Saturn is also about discipline, right? Just like I mentioned, pick up some kind of skill. Right? If you think you are good in a certain aspect, polish it, make it a skill, and turn it into something that you can actually earn a side income. I think that would be the best advice I can give to everyone. Okay. And then there will be a double transit. Now, double transit means that when Jupiter and Saturn, they are expecting a certain sign. Jupiter expects the 5th, 7, and 9. All right. Saturn expects the 3rd, the 7, and the 10. So when there's a double transit, it means that a certain sign is being expected by both Jupiter and Saturn. So in this case, right, from June onwards, Sagittarius will be the sign that is both expected by Jupiter and Saturn. Now, you will know that Jupiter in 2026 is going to be exalted from June. Exalted meaning Jupiter will be in Cancer, which is a water sign. Right? Saturn is in Pisces, which is a water sign. Okay, and both of them are expecting Sagittarius. And Jupiter is about expansion. Okay, Saturn is cold, is contraction. So Sagittarius people, as in the Sagittarius ascendant people, you will also have this sense of expansion, contraction kind of energy. Okay, which I will explain a bit more later on when I go through the ascendants. Okay, so this is the overview for 2026. Okay, do be extra vigilant when you are doing your stock trading. Okay, explore alternative help in terms of improving your health. Sorry, and then please do not play the gray area of with the law, because there will be harsher punishments. All right, and then for those for those of you who are in a committed relationship, be careful of distractions. Okay, and then last, mental health. All right. Okay, summary. All right, let me move my video. Okay. All right. So the four ascendant signs that has the best career luck will be Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Pisces. The three ascendant signs with the best wealth luck will be Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces. The ones with the best health luck will be Capricorn and Pisces, and the best relationship, Scorpio. Okay. So thank you everyone for this presentation for this 2026. I hope everyone will have a great 2026. And this is my contact. All right. Now, before I end this, the next mastery class will be from the 19th to 23rd of March. So for those of you who are interested to sign up, now please let me know through WhatsApp. Okay, time for Q&A. So let me just stop the recording, all right?